welcome to KYETalks. I am Sonal Ambekar, your host for this interview. Know Your Entrepreneur is a digital platform where we talk to several entrepreneurs who tell us why they chose not to be stuck to the regular 9 to 5. They went ahead and chased their passion. Today's interview is powered by Yoga Niti. It is an online platform combining the reach and teach of the digital technology with the classical form of yoga practice. It distinguishes itself from the other online yoga platforms in its structured, standardized, and simplified approach in building in customized routines for all the students engaged with it across the globe. Isn't that amazing? Please go and check out Yoga Niti, guys. So I want to tell each one of the viewers that we have a giveaway. You will have to see this interview through, because at the end I will be asking you a question on the basis of my interview, my conversation with Jheal, and the best answer will be winning a giveaway. So tag along with us, guys, through this interview as I get to know about Jheal's journey. It'll be a fun ride, I'm sure. Moving on. So today we will be speaking with Jheal Shah, co-founder of the Stylease. It's a high-end designer rental clothes startup. It's not a startup. It's been there for 3.5 years, guys, and it has its own fan base. I've checked it out. It's amazing. I am a fan myself. They rent out high-end clothes and accessories for both men and women. And the best part, they provide their services across India. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that exactly what we want from time to time? They provide accessories, clothes, apparel basically for any and every event you can possibly imagine. So let's move on and let's talk to Jheal. Let's know more about the Stylease and her journey. Hi Jheal, it's amazing to have you here tonight.
Hi, that was an amazing introduction actually. That was really cool. Thank you.
It's amazing to have you here, and the introduction just is as amazing as the person that I'm interviewing is.
How sweet, thank you.
So tell us, Jheal, tell us about the Stylease, how it started, and how did you come up with this idea? Because it's new. The time that you started it, it was relatively newer in that time, right? It was an original idea. So tell us, how did you start?
I think it's still new actually. I know you said we're not a startup, but believe me, we are a startup. It's the same. It's still equally new. It's still, people have the same issues. We have the same questions. But the way that we function is that we are a high-end designer store and website that rents men's and women's clothes and accessories. We basically do all sorts of accessories besides footwear. So if, for example, you're looking for a necklace, or you're looking for a band gala, you're looking for earrings that really match this beautiful outfit, you're looking for a mount tika, if you want to go full umrao jan way and you're looking for a pasa, we do super specialized stuff as well. And then of course we do clothes, which is for all different occasions. They're festive wear mostly. But even if you have your kid's first birthday and you want to make it super special, and you want to rent, this high-end gown that you're maybe never going to wear again, we do clothes like that as well. So we do cocktail pieces.
It does make sense, because when we go to buy and there's something super expensive, but you feel that it's going to look amazing on you, you're like, okay, I'll wear it once, but when will I wear it again? So why do I spend so much money? So this is the exact solution to it. You can just rent it out.
Yeah, so we rent them for 10% of retail price, right? So you're talking about a 50,000 rupee outfit that you can get access to for 4,500 or 5,500 rupees for a 4-day period. It's custom fitted to your size. We will drop it off to you and we will pick it up from you. The only thing you have to do is wear it. Literally, you have to do nothing else in the entire process. And then of course, because we have so many clothes and we have jewelry, we've made sets so that they match each other.
Right.
So if you say, I really love this baby pink outfit, I love the grey accents it has on it, it has silver mirror work, can I get jewelry to match? And we have exact jewelry that matches it. So whether it's earrings, whether it's a ring, whether it's a mount tika, whether it's bracelets or bangles, sometimes if you want a kamar buns to go with it, if you want payals to go with it, like necklaces and earrings are very mainstream. So we do everything else as well, which is really cool. So yeah, that's our primary business. That's basically what we do as a company.
I'd just like to ask all our viewers, could this be any easier? Could they make it any more easier? I mean, they are picking it up from the store, they're delivering it to your house or wherever you want it to, and then picking it again. You don't have to even step out the house. Just go to the app, go check out all the things they provide, and just select what you want, and you get it delivered to your house. Amazing. This
So
is
what we also do actually is a lot of the times deliveries happen to hotels where weddings are taking place.
right.
So for example, you've gone to a friend's wedding. The wedding is in Rajasthan. So at that point of time, you will be like, oh, this is great. I don't want to carry it all the way from Bombay, right? Why should I do that? So instead, I'm just going to get it delivered to my hotel in Rajasthan on day 3 or day 4 before you check out. You leave the package exactly the way that we send it to you with the reception at the hotel, and our staff will come pick it up and courier it back to us. So it's great even when you're traveling for weddings, for the simple reason that you are not going to carry it.
Destination weddings.
Exactly. And for destination weddings, you don't really want to carry itna saman plus itna jewelry.
And the entire essence of a destination wedding is like looking as pretty as you can. It can go as extravagant as it has to be. And you providing this service is just going to make all the girls and the guys, of course, like go all out and look as best as they can.
I hope
And
so. That's
I think 50,000 के चीजें आपको 4,500 5,000 में मिल रहा है to wear for like 4-5 days, and what more could you ask?
And see, that's the reason why we do 4 days, right?
Yeah.
Because what we do is we send it 2 days before your event. So now, for example, Saturday ko shaadi hai, right? We'll send it to you on Thursday, being like, you keep it from Thursday. If you're not taking accessories from us, you want to match it, you need to have time. See, women will realize it's very important.
You want to try to see how you can dress the dupatta. You want to try it out.
Exactly. You want to try it. Exactly. You want to try it, right? There is no one-day service. You go subah ko le liya, wore it in the afternoon, give it back. That's not what we want.
Right.
The point is for you to look your best. So we will do it 2 days in advance. That is why we actually do 4 days and not 3. Most of the rental companies will do a 3-day period,
Right.
1 day before the event and 1 day after.
Right.
We purposely do 2 days before the event because it's run by women, we understand how important it is to look really good.
Yeah, and you want everything to be on point. You want the accessories, the footwear, your hairstyle, your makeup. You want it all to look on point. So
Exactly.
Jheal, amazing. I love what the Stylease does, and I'm very sure all our viewers will be interested in checking you out. Guys, we will be linking the Stylease down below in the description box, and on all the other platforms, we will be tagging the Stylease. You can find the Stylease on Instagram as well. We will be tagging their handle down below, and as well as on our Instagram page. So do check it out. It's an amazing place to be. You will love checking out everything that they have. So Jheal, let's move on with our Q&A.
Sure.
Let's get on with your journey. So tell us, what was your motivation behind starting the site?
So I used to live in America and London at one point of time. It's a very common concept abroad, right? Where people rent high-end clothes for events just out of practicality. It does not make logical sense. You buying a 5 lakh rupee outfit you're going to wear once in your life and be like, it's too expensive to wear it to anybody else's wedding. What is the point, right? Doing the entire thing. And over there, it's not as much of a taboo as it is here. And then, when I came back to India, I kept thinking about it. I actually come from a fashion family. So my mom's a fashion designer. My sister is now a fashion designer as well, my younger sister. Wow. So for us, fashion is lifestyle. Fashion is not a business or it's not a job. So in that scenario, I've worked in fashion most of my adult life from like 25 years, actually, I've seen it. So when I came back, I wanted to do something in the fashion space. I went to IIM Ahmedabad to get my executive education in entrepreneurship. At that point of time, in class, actually, one day, my professor was talking about how, the circular economy is a really good idea. The fact that models like Uber and Ola were coming up. This is about 5 years ago, right? When Ola was just starting out, becoming this really big thing. Indians were realizing why it actually made sense to not own every single thing on the planet and, have a sharing model, right? And he was like, Jheal, I think it'll work really well in fashion. And I'm like, you know what? I've been thinking about this for a year and a half. I am glad somebody has, opened up and mentioned it. So I started making my business model while I was in class in school. And I validated it with the help of a bunch of professors. They helped me refine it, make it into a better business model. And we launched, I think, so I graduated in about January. We registered the company in May. And by that year, October, we had our website store, everything up and running to be able to see what works and what doesn't.
Amazing.
So, yeah.
I mean, like you said, sometimes we have the idea, we just want to hear it from someone else that it's nice, but we should go ahead with it, right?
Yeah, like you mentioned, it was very new, right, at that point of time, and I didn't know if India was the right market for it. Right. So I guess the fact that when somebody else who's, great in this space, like my marketing professor, for example, my entrepreneurship professor, they were like, oh yeah, this makes sense, this sounds like a good idea, why don't you try it out? So when you get, not validation, but when somebody like that comes up to you with the experience, saying, hey, I definitely think you're going the right way, I think that's really helpful.
I know. That is exactly what we are trying to do here, Jheal. So we are trying to get the experience of an established entrepreneur or who has started up, but who has, managed to take that first step towards their dream, towards their thought, towards their passion. So we want to take their journeys and inspire and encourage other people who may be having such ideas, but who are just holding back because they don't yet believe that it will work out for them. Just go ahead, try it out, it'll work out. Don't be so worried about it. Just for that is what Know Your Entrepreneur really aims to do, and also create a circuit of all the entrepreneurs that we interview, that come on board with us. So that is what KYE does. Just to give you a highlight of what we do. So Jheal, next up is tell me what factors while being the co-founder of Stylease and working. Well, I mean, every entrepreneur is working in their own way. I mean, they're working the most in their own way. So what exactly gives you वो कहते हैं ना वो kick मिलता है कि हम ये करने से हमको kick मिलता है इसलिए हमको ये करना अच्छा लगता है. What gives you that sense of accomplishment in like owning the style?
So I think the entire point of starting it was multifold, right? We wanted to be able to, of course, help people and make fashion accessible to a part of society that not necessarily has access to it. Now, it could be funding, it could be the fact that they don't see the logic in spending money for that much, or for like the amounts that the clothes cost, they don't see the logic in it. But they, of course, want to feel really, really special, right? Now, we, of course, do weddings, we do events. Like I said, if it's your kid's first birthday, if it is your own wedding, if it is your pre-wedding photo shoot, you want to feel special. That's the goal. It is not that, hey, I don't want to spend 50,000 on this outfit. It is not worth the money because at that point of time, money is not a barrier because that's not actually your goal. Yeah. So we at that point of time were very, very clear saying we want to help people as much as possible, try and achieve their best self and their best look and feel the most confident in what they are wearing or how they are dressing, but also do it a little sensibly, right? Not that, hey, you have to spend 1.5 lakhs to look great. That should not be the criteria. And that frankly is really not fair. Like I said, I come from a fashion family. I know how much it costs to produce and make. So at some level, I was like, listen, the logic of it and the amounts that people spend, it's just crazy sometimes. At the same time, I'm really huge into sustainability and circular fashion, right? And the circular economy. So it is not, a lot of people buy these outfits, they wear them 2 times, they never wear them again. So the way that our model is built is the fact that, for example, if you got married, right, or your brother's wedding was there, for example, you'll buy a lehenga, you don't wear it for your own wedding. Yeah. Now it's a family function, you'll max wear it to your best friend's wedding. How many places will you wear it? Yeah. So instead, what you do is give us the outfit, and every single time the outfit goes on trend, we give you money. So we don't buy clothes either. We actually created an entire circular model where people own these outfits, give the clothes to us, we put them on rent, we make some money, they make some money, and the person who rents the outfit can use it for a special occasion and be really happy and feel special. Yeah. So it was really important for me to create a sustainable model in terms of people being like, hey, it's great for the environment, it's great for Mother Earth, I am not also spending an obscene amount of money, I am getting access to something that I have loved all my life, I'm also not burning a hole in my pocket. And plus, whatever the occasion is, I know that I have an endless wardrobe. So I can literally go on the website, browse 500 pieces. I will find at least one piece that I like.
Yeah.
So that was the basic goal. And I think every single day when you talk to clients, like for example, I can name every single client that we have till date. I have at least spoken to them once, even if I have not met them in person, for the simple reason that we're a super customized service, right? So either they want to talk after the service saying, you know what, I love your service. I see how you're taking care of the clothes. I want to give you my clothes. And I run all of those calls personally. I handle all of those vendors, which I'm very clear about in my team, right? That I have not outsourced every job to my team because I don't think that's fair. Then that's basically me just sitting in a corner being like, hey, I own this really fancy company, but I don't actually know anything that's going on, which is not what I wanted. I wanted to be able to run a company where I knew exactly what was happening, how it was happening, and be a part of it. And be a part of the change that we are making. So, yeah, I mean, just hearing and talking to people every single day about how they think of the idea or how they think of the business model, I think that is what gives me the sense of accomplishment, being like, hey, I really like this, and, you know, this is exactly what I want to do.
Right. And like you said, I mean, the personal touch really matters. Clients remember you for that personal touch that the entrepreneur themselves provide, that being or talking to the clients, conversing, interacting with them.
Right.
And also that reminds me that, I mean, being a girl, personal experience, I can tell you, I don't like repeating clothes. And you can't really help it when you bought something expensive and then you have to justify people that I have expensive, but I have worn it already, so I can't wear it. It's much easier.
And where are you going to wear it, right? When you buy something, exactly.
Clothes in the price that I buy that one outfit, that expensive outfit.
Exactly.
So
imagine you can do 10 more clothes in the exact same price, which is a lot.
10 different events. Every time people coming and telling me, oh my god, what a beautiful outfit you're wearing. And every time I was like,
and they're all original design garments, right? So they're all like, the labels are on them. They are that original, and we're super, super strict about that. So, you know, if I tell you this is an ex designer's lehenga, you can make sure the only time people tell you that is if you find the label on it. So, you know, for a lot of people, they want to wear, say, one of the top end designers in India and be like, hey, you know, I want to wear it for my best friend's wedding, just because it's a special bond. It's a special memory that I'm going to make on that day. And this is the best way for them to do that.
Yeah, right. And isn't that how, I mean, like you said, or like every woman, every girl dreams to, you know, look like a film star in her pre-wedding photo shoot or during her wedding. Yeah. This is exactly a way to help her out. Even guys, I mean, why shouldn't guys have that kind of fun? I mean, guys also want to look like a superstar during their photo shoot. And guys really are into it. And why should they be deprived of that happiness? Right? I mean, don't we all want to feel like a film star sometimes? Bollywood में ऐसे बाल उड़ रहे हैं, looking beautiful.
And so many times, like I know so many people who will come to the store and be like, oh my god, you know, I saw this outfit on this actress, but you know what, if I'd worn it, I would look better. Which happens to a lot of people, right? Some clothes just don't suit.
Yeah,
so that totally happens.
And guys, then you can go and actually, you know, live this dream with the Stylease. They're making it happen for you all. So please go check it out. So Jheal, tell us, like when you started this venture, I'm sure like every entrepreneur faces certain challenges in the beginning. Throughout the journey, there always are some ups and downs. So what were the barriers or challenges that you may have faced, and how did you overcome them?
So I think in the beginning, the biggest issue that we had at that point of time was, hey, I'm not going to tell people I'm wearing a rented outfit, because that basically means I don't have the money to buy a new outfit. And we were like, okay, that's not why we do what we do. And I think till date, we frankly face that, which is why I said we're still like a startup, right? I still have people who will come up and say, hey, you know, I can't tell people I rented an outfit. They will be like, oh my god, you don't have money to buy a new outfit. Which is still a barrier to entry, which is why our marketing, I can imagine, is that we have such a huge educational curve that happens with the company and the startup, which is, we're still facing that issue. And I think we're going to for a little while till Indian mentality in general doesn't change. Another barrier that we've had in the past, which, you know, we've managed to resolve a little bit, is the fact that people available on the website until date. Like this morning before this interview, I was on WhatsApp with a client who says, oh, this is the way the photo looks on your website, but no, you sent me a photo of the way the garment looks in your store today. I want a live video to make sure it looks the exact same. We still have that issue where people don't believe that what you see is what you get. And I think the reason and the way we've made our name is that in our case, you will get exactly what you see. If there is a bag on the piece, I will tell you in advance. If there is a fitting issue, I will tell you in advance. And if we are not transparent with our clients, they are not going to be transparent with us, which is a huge issue, right? And we don't want that to happen. But like these are still barriers to entry that we get. When we launched, we only had a website. At that point of time, people were like, "Nahi, but how can I book such a high-end outfit till I don't touch and feel it?" So we were like, okay, you want to touch and feel it, which is how we converted our warehouse into a store. And now we also have a store in Bombay. But that wasn't the original goal. The goal was to create an e-com platform. It is now, of course, a store and an e-com platform. But I guess as an entrepreneur, like you said, you have to adapt, right? We started only with traditional women's wear. Then women kept coming to us and said, "Arey, but you know, it's also a poolside cocktail party. I can't wear a lehenga. I need something else." So we added cocktail pieces. Then they came and said, "Arey, it's for a pre-wedding shoot. I want a matching outfit for my fiance." We added menswear. Then they came and said, "Arey, you know what? I have to go to court and get married and sign papers. Chalo, my actual feras and all, I'll wear an outfit, but court ke liye I don't want to buy another outfit. I will come and rent a red wedding lehenga." And so at that point of time, you know, you get this feedback and then you keep expanding. So then now, for example, we have a huge demand for what is traditionally in society called plus size pieces, right? Which are actually normal Indian women's bodies. Okay, they're not actually plus size. Like, you know, chest size 36, 38, 40. Like, you know, all our moms are that size, the aunties are that size. You have a kid, you are that size. So basically anybody who's above 25, 30 is usually in that realm, right? Like 80% of the people. Right. And a lot of designers don't make pieces in that range regularly. So it's not available on track. You can place an order, but it's not actually available with you. So now currently what we're doing, which is a barrier that we face, is I'm trying to only accumulate pieces of a certain size and above. Only large and above other pieces I'm trying to accumulate. We have 500-600 pieces in the extra small, medium category, which, you know, everybody has. Most people have these outfits, very easy to get them. Designers have these outfits, etc. But now our sole campaign is to get larger sizes in, because that's actually where the demand is. And now currently, like, you know, when I have, say, a 35 or 40-year-old woman who's coming to us, who say has a 2-3-year-old child who still has an adapting body type, right? That's not necessarily her actual body type. And we only have a couple of lehengas and a lot of saris available. And she's like, "Yeah, but Jheal, I can only find saris in my range. So if I want to wear something next weekend and I don't have time to place an order, I only have a sari." So our current goal, for example, which is a huge barrier for us right now, is to be able to get more fun, funky pieces for people in the normal body type range and get that on our platform.
I love how body positively you spoke about this entire thing about the normal body style of an Indian woman, which is important, and you provided a variety of options for these women. So your target audience being the majority of the Indian women, because like you said,
exactly.
All size, and these are just the young girls in India. Most of your target audience would be people who would be having that body type, which unfortunately people call a plus size, and you know, refrain from, or I don't know why they do it, but there needs to be more body positivity in our society. And it's amazing that you're doing this initiative of you.
Thank you.
And I'm sure the word of mouth would get you so many more customers, and people would love for how you think, how you envisage, and your aims to, you know, provide something for each and every person out there, not just for one particular type of people. Amazing.
Yeah, we've seen that, right, with clients and vendors who walk into the store. So now the excitement that you see with somebody who's, say, a size large or an XL, which is an absolutely natural body, like you said, walk into the store and get options, right? Because they talk about it. They're like, we walk into a designer store, I can't try anything because nothing will fit me. So I have to place a custom order for a piece that I've never tried, which makes no sense. That is just not fair. So, I mean, it's a huge pain point regardless of whether I am that size or not. I totally see most women going through it, which is really not fair. So on a personal level, it's really painful. You don't want that to happen.
There needs to be the kind of equality in like getting options also. Everyone should get an equal number of options because we all have the right to choose. But if we don't have the options, how would we choose? We'd have to be stuck with what we get. So great initiative.
Thank you.
Tell us what are the factors that you think now since this COVID and all has happened, so many weddings got cancelled, and I mean they're still doing it, but a lot of people get dreams. I mean I had weddings of going to 2 destination weddings which got cancelled, and then they just did a smaller version of the wedding, and now my mom going to those 2 beautiful destination weddings was just never gonna happen.
No, like my own sister's wedding is there in Feb. My own younger sister's getting married in Feb, yeah. And it is painful, to say the least. It is really painful. So, yeah, I mean, with
tell us what are the factors that you think would help you achieve your business aspirations. Like you said, now it is to provide more options or a variety for the normal body type of an Indian. So what are the factors that would help? What do you think would help?
So what we've done in terms of COVID as well is, of course, our store has, the general norms. There's sanitization, there's temperature checks. Everybody's walking around with a mask. All our clients come in the mask, etc. But what we've ensured that we can do is still allow people to try pieces, which is the reason you walk into the store in the first place, right?
Yes.
So before and after every single trial, clothes are sanitized. So if you walk into the store and you're looking to try a particular outfit, that's absolutely fine. We make sure that after you've tried it, it goes through a sanitization process, then it goes back on the rack so that other people can try it. Now, we've always teamed garments and made sure they go to dry cleaning after the fittings are done. But the simple reason that so many different people touched it, it's gone to so many places, etc. That was always something very normal for us. So that's not really new. So in terms of COVID, I guess we were better prepared than we thought in the beginning. We just had to make sure the sanitization was totally on point. And of course, we work with industrial dry cleaners who I love. And they've been instrumental in making sure that, our process is super easy. And in terms of trying to achieve our goals, it's actually made it easier in a way with COVID. Because what we realized, what has also happened is disposable income, for example, has gone down, right? With something like COVID, where everybody had to face pay cuts, if not losing jobs. Everybody's facing their own crisis, whether it is losing a family member, whether it is doing something or the other. And if we can make that process easier for you in any way, when it comes to an occasion or a special occasion, that is our goal, to try and help them. So in a way, the fact that, COVID happened, people have become a lot more mindful, one, of the online service, the online system and marketing. So it's become a lot easier for us in terms of our website for people to accept it. Earlier, people were like, no, but I'm in Nasik or I'm in Pune. I can't touch and feel the pieces. I am not comfortable ordering it. Now people are like, hey, I order my tomato every single day without touching and feeling it. I am okay with ordering clothes. So that has made things a lot easier for us on that channel. Plus, I guess we've adapted to it so well. People will consult on Instagram. People will consult on WhatsApp. People will video call you and be like, can you show me the outfits? What do they look like? In that sense, the market has opened up a little bit more, which has made it a lot easier. And of course, our plans have just gotten a little bit delayed, but they've not moved anywhere. We wanted to do the natural body type / plus size collection starting January last year. And by the time our season time gets over, in terms of wedding season, it's mid-March. This year, we would have done all the photo shoots in March, April. Instead, we're doing it this week. That is the only difference. So everything is just a little bit delayed, but I guess our growth curve and our graph has not taken that much of a hit. So we've been pretty lucky in that sense in trying to make it work.
Like you said, you were prepared for COVID. So that is exactly what we've heard. So there is nothing such as being too prepared for something. The more precautions you take, the more prepared you are for any kind of thing, the best it is for you. Right?
And if you build, to me personally, if you build an ethical, sustainable business model, you will be fine. Then no matter what happens, of course, you make smaller tweaks. But in our case, for example, the exact criteria we had for vendors before as well as now is the same. So, we had certain models in place saying, we will inform you every single time a piece goes on trend verbally. So, even if the store wasn't working and the online website wasn't working, my model remained the same. My interaction with my customers remains the same. Now that pieces are getting booked in the store, I still inform my vendors at the exact same time. So we created a business model that was sustainable, regardless of whether it was online, in person, on WhatsApp, Instagram, video, but makes no difference. So if you create a sensible model that way, which is adaptable, you will be fine.
Very nice message, I must say. So, the Stylease has been in the market for 3.5 years. You've been working on it since a pretty long time on it. So tell us, how has this venture, how has starting Stylease and being a part of Stylease changed you as a person?
Wow, I'm an entirely different person. It's not changed. It's literally like I'm a different person. I think when I started, and I think when you start, it's not my first business, it's actually my second. I started the first when I was 18. But it was a very, very different business, right? And I started this, I think, coming from a different level of maturity and expectation. And when I started, I would still say I was very, very naive. So, I thought, oh, this is so easy to do. Oh, this is going to be my growth curve. Oh, we're going to be one of the next biggest unicorns. Like, I totally came on board so naive with all of these aspirations and stuff.
But at 18, I would say I expect you to be naive.
No, I meant when I started this company 3 years ago as well, right? Even after my first company, I said, no, I've done this once before, I am not naive, I know better. But really, I don't think I did compared to the person I am now. And of course, all these extravagant plans we'd made, it's like what everyone says, right? Life gets in the way. And life got in the way, and then vendors got in the way. And then we realized, okay, I believe in this, but majority of my customers may not believe in it. So therefore, we had to tweak it. Then we thought we would only do super high-end designers and do 2 lakh lehengas, 3 lakh lehengas. Now, actually, our price range is from 40,000 rupee outfits plus, because we realized that that's exactly what people are looking for. And, that was another thing I learned. And even in terms of running a business, so when I started it, I was very clear on the fact that I will learn how to do everything myself. Only after that will I hire the right people for it, so that I can teach them what I want, how I want it done, right? A lot of the times you will hire somebody, for example, for social media, right? And they will be like, hey, this is the exact idea. This is how we're going to do it. You might say yes, because you don't actually know how to do it. You don't know what to do. In that sense, that's a huge problem as an entrepreneur. And I was very clear from day one saying, no, I will do it myself. After that, I can explain it to somebody else better. The process is faster. I know exactly what I want. I know how this is going to function.
It's very important to know what you want from your employees.
Very important.
Right.
Exactly. Or even what you don't want, right? There are so many things we tried as a company. And I was like, oh my God, I thought this would do so well, but it actually makes no sense. So for the first 2 years of the company, I did everything myself. Whether it was packing orders, whether it was delivering, whether it was pickups, fittings, talking to every single customer. And the amount I changed and I grew in that process, I don't think that's replaceable by anything else. When you're running a unicorn, for example, you might not have the opportunity to do everything yourself. But I really, really encourage entrepreneurs who have to find a way to do everything in your company once, right? You might not be good at it. Now, see, what I've learned in the last 3.5 years also is some things that I love doing, but I am not the best at it. Some things that I'm very good at doing, which I don't like doing, but I'm really good at it. That's my skill set. And a lot of people don't realize that your skill set can be very, very different from your passion or your likes, right? I am super passionate about something, but I may not be good at it. And when you're running a company, you have to be extremely clear about the difference between the two. So now I run things that I'm very good at. I help in things that I'm passionate about, and things that I am not good at or not very passionate about, for example, accounts, I hire people for it, right? But I'm like, listen, I don't want to have this conversation as much as possible. I need you to take it over. I will just sign off on the final after talking to you about it. But that it's very, very important. I think that's the biggest thing I've learned in the last 3.5 years. Passion versus skill set versus what I'm great at versus what I want to do sometimes are very different things.
It's really important sometimes to know your best qualities, what you're good at and what you're not good at. So you know exactly where you need someone to step in and to fill in that void or some place where you would be lacking that expertise or that skill. Someone can come and take care of it. So there's a balance maintained over there. Amazing. So, Jheal, we are at the end of our interview, and I really had an amazing time. I know. It's the
Yeah, I haven't seen that long.
I know it doesn't. It's like it went away so fast in your journey, and I can tell that you were so happy, just thinking about how the journey has went through, just reminiscing through it. I can tell by how our conversation flew in this direction. So tell us, my last question to you is, you have already given us a very good message for all our viewers, but what would be your, words of wisdom, if I can say, because, you started a business when you were 18, and I'm sure a lot of people would want to know what is the word, like, what are the words of wisdom you would like to give them, or a message to our audience. As I said, there are a lot of people who have ideas, but they don't, pursue them. So how would you encourage them to, take that step? Maybe this is the time you do it. Maybe this is the time. If it's not you, who? Right.
Right, exactly, right?
What would be
so? I guess my biggest message always when I'm, whether I'm mentoring, whether I'm coaching, whether I'm, a part of different startups, I always clearly tell them that you need to believe in yourself more than anybody else does. So I remember when I started my first business at 18, my parents thought I was crazy, right? They're like, dude, you're 18 years old. This makes no logical sense. You know nothing about business. I was doing my undergraduate in biology. I was doing pre-med, right? I thought maybe I would become a doctor eventually. And I was doing a business in event management. And my parents were like, dude, what? It makes no sense.
What is this leap?
Yeah. And I was like, no, I love it. I want to do it. I also happen to be very good at it. And I'm doing it for friends anyway. Why can't I just do it to make money? And I think at that point of time, me and my business partner were the only ones who really believed in what we were doing. And we did it for 4 years, He still does it till this date and he's doing very well. After 4 years, I was like, hey, I can't do this anymore because I was moving to New York to do my master's. So I'm like, this, it doesn't really work because of that. But you have to have blind faith in yourself. At the same time, you also have to be really pragmatic and practical. See, it's great to be like at 18, really naive, being like, hey, I can conquer the world, build the next unicorn. Let's also step back a little bit. Let's be a little bit practical. You need to have an exact roadmap and a plan on how you're going to do it or how you're going to build it, whatever it may be. The idea might not make sense to other people because they've never seen it before, which happens in my case till date. Till date, we have customers, vendors, investors will come and give you ideas on how you can build it differently and build it better. Till date. I have arranged marriage uncles who will come and tell me, Beta, oh, you're single, you should get married to a boy who lives in America so that you can expand your business to America. Till date, I get this advice. There's nothing you can do about it. Makes no logical sense, don't ask. So if you're going to get advice every single day, you have to decide what works for you. You have to blindly have faith and belief in yourself, but also obviously a little bit of practicality, being like, hey, this is not sensible. Like, I know so many arranged marriage uncles will tell me, oh, Beta, should I find a boy for you in America? And I'm like, God, I'm like, I'm not leaving my entire business in India to go set up in America because of a boy. That's not happening. So, thoda practicality in life. But of course, yeah, dream big. If you can't dream it, you can't achieve it. And if you dream till here, you will achieve here. So you have to dream till here so that you get till like here, right? So you sort of have to overdrive your dreams and be like, hey, this is exactly what I'm going to do. It may sound crazy, but if it doesn't sound crazy, you're not on the right path. So yeah, just believe in yourself. Yeah, you can make it out. And this is something that at IIM we got taught repeatedly, which I have never forgotten. The most unique thing about your business is you. It is not your idea. It's not your business plan. It's not, oh, I know X, I know Y, I am getting investment. That is not it. The most unique thing about your business is you. Somebody else can copy the idea. They cannot run it the way you can. So you have to run it the way you can. And that is what is going to be the best thing about your business. So believe in yourself, run it your way, be a little bit practical. You will 100% be fine.
Amazing, Jheal. What a beautiful interview. I love knowing all about the Stylease and about you and your journey. I mean, at 18, I don't know what I was doing, but you started a business. Amazing.
I do that for fun. So yeah.
I'm sure
My version of fun.
it's important to have your experiences, you to do stuff and to learn for yourself. लोगों की बातें सुन के experience मिलना is different from when you do something yourself and you get that kind of experience, because that is when you learn. You actually adapt to it and you understand exactly what you're doing, why you're doing it, why you should or should not do it. That's very important. So we are at the end of our interview and I have a giveaway question for all my viewers. Guys, yeah, so if you watch the interview very well, you should know the answer to this because I know it. What, according to Jheal, is the most unique thing about your business or any business? Her answer was really amazing, and that should make you and everyone feel good, really good about themselves. That is the most important thing, guys. We are each a very beautiful person. We are very good and we're very beautiful at what we are. We just fail to see it sometimes. It's very important for us to see it. So that's the giveaway question. And whoever would give me the best answer, or maybe elaborate a little like she did, would be getting the giveaway. All the best, guys. And
I have another giveaway as well for your people.
You know,
because this was super fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a coupon code, and that will only be here, right? So if anybody goes on the website to place an order or comes to the store or WhatsApps us or whatever, you can just do KYE15.
Wow.
Which is Know Your Entrepreneur. So KYE15, 15 the number. And you can get a 15% discount on your next order. So
amazing, guys. 2 giveaways. One from KYE and one from the Stylease. Could you
only for KYE. Only for KYE.
Oh, yeah. Okay, from KYE. Only one. So, guys, the coupon code, like Jheal mentioned, I'll repeat it again. It will be KYE15. You would have to go to the website. We will be linking everything down below and order. Anything you order, the giveaway, the person who wins this giveaway would get a 15% discount. Am I right?
Everybody actually can get a 15% discount.
Everybody. EVERYBOD. Everybody, guys, go check it out now. If not later, I don't know when would you. If now's not the time. Go check out. Go look for some amazing outfit. Go do a photo shoot. I mean, COVID hai, ghar pe ho. Go खुद का photos निकाल लो. Amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing to have you here on KYE.
Thank you.
What a beautiful interview. Love speaking to you. You are such a
Thank you so much.
sweet person, Jheal. I have to mention this. And
thank you.
I'd like to say, have a good day. Have an amazing day, an amazing rest of 2020. And I wish this to you and to each single person watching this interview, that may we all come out of this pandemic and every kind of crisis that we've been facing really well. Maybe have learned our lessons and maybe go on ahead with as much ease as we can, because we all have faced a lot for this. So there's hoping that this year ends on a good note and the next year comes and starts on a very good note with that kind of positivity that we've all been looking, the kind of positivity that is reflecting out of Jheal, I must say. Yeah. So amazing, Jheal. Have a good day. All my viewers, have a good day. Have an amazing day.